Decision 23 is not far away. October the 14th is D-Day, Election Day, the day New Zealanders get to decide who represents them in Parliament and who will form the next government. But did you know you can begin voting earlier than that? How does this election system actually work? Lists, MMP, coalitions, what is this stuff? Here is what you need to know. Every 3 years there's an election. That's when Kiwis get to decide who they want to represent them in Parliament. That's this place, the House. This is where MPs come to decide and debate New Zealand's laws. There's normally about 120 of them. Most of them come from New Zealand's electorates. That's areas of New Zealand, while the others come from a party's list. That's a ranking of candidates. In New Zealand, we use a system called Mixed Member Proportional, or MMP for short. We get 2 votes, one for the party we like, and the second for the candidate we want to represent the electorate we live in. The candidate that gets the most votes wins. The proportion of the overall vote a party gets affects how many seats in Parliament they are allowed. Let's say a party gets 10% of the vote. That means it will get around 12 seats. So how does a party decide who fills those seats? First, count the party's successful electorate candidates. Then fill in the remaining seats with people from the party's list. To enter Parliament, a party needs at least 5% of the vote or to win an electorate seat. So that's that place done. What about this place? Well, it's the Beehive, the executive wing of the Parliament. It's where the government holds its power. A government needs support from a majority of MPs in the House to take charge. That can come in several ways. One party might get more than 50% of the vote. Think Jacinda Ardern's Labour Party in 2020. Or 2 parties may agree to work together. That's a coalition. The key people in the government are what we call ministers. They look after areas like health or education. Their leader is the Prime Minister. So you want to take part in New Zealand's democratic process? Well, you'll have to be 18 or older, a New Zealand citizen or permanent resident, and have lived in New Zealand continuously for 12 months or longer at some point in your life. If you're overseas, you can get special voting papers to have your say. That opens on September the 27th. Based in New Zealand and want to have it done ASAP? Well, advanced voting begins on October the 2nd. Then there's the big day on October the 14th, Election Day. Depending on the results, we could know New Zealand's next government on election night, or parties may need to spend the weeks afterwards negotiating. Make sure that you're tuned in for what will be a blockbuster nail-biter of an election. Newshub will have the full results from 7 PM October the 14th on 3 and newshub.co.nz.